Alrighty, part 3 of the depression series. My second video is going to be marked private. If you want to see it, you'll have to let me know. Because it's very near and dear to my heart, and I kind of want to know who's viewing it. It's kind of more a video for me than anything. But this video is about my second diagnosis with depression. Well, actually, it was actually my first, but it's my other depression diagnosis. In about August or September of 2007, I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Big word. It'll be considered BPD after this. I have a sister that also got diagnosed about the same time as me with this. And I have my oldest sister was diagnosed with bipolar. But she's currently trying to get it reduced to the BPD also because she does not believe she has the bipolar. So, borderline personality disorder affects my moods. It gives me anxiety attacks, panic attacks, insomnia, and overall just depression. And in addition to the childhood PTSD, which was in the first two videos. Dealing with BPD has been easier than dealing with just depression that I didn't know what it was from. Having a diagnosis of BPD rather than a randomness of just depression has helped me because I've read up on BPD and it's amazing what you find. It's tough to deal with personally, and it's only recently through medication that we've actually found a medication that works to deal with my depression and the BPD. Because of the random mood swings, the anxiety attacks, the panic attacks, the insomnia, my life was a mix of being up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep. I'd read books just to pass time, but I couldn't sleep. And then when I finally fell asleep, I would toss and turn until noon, 11 o'clock noon, which for me was unheard of. Up until I was in the military, I was a strict sleeper. I went to bed 10, 11, 12 o'clock, and I still woke up 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 at latest. And that was very rare to sleep till 10. But the insomnia was the hardest part to deal with, I guess in addition to the panic attacks. The mood swings, I dealt with them. It was easier. But anxiety and panic attacks were very rough. I would lay in bed at night, and nighttime is my worst time. Because I will lay in bed, and that's when my brain starts, really. It goes, okay, what can we think about today? We're going to think about this and this and this, and what I failed at, what I've not achieved. And up until more recently when I found some TTC pages on Facebook, my first three angels that I lost in 2 miscarriages, I saw as failures, and my body failed me, I failed them, and it was a chain reaction, and I blamed myself for it for a long time. Even after I talked to doctors about it, psychiatrists about it, I still, because of my anxiety and panic and thinking at night, I just had it go through my head, you're at fault, you're at fault, you're at fault. And it was rough. And thankfully I found the TTC pages, because with my most recent miscarriage, which happened in October, I've been able to get through it a lot better than before. I mean, more recently, this past couple of weeks, I've actually had the time where it actually hits me more. But I deal with it better with the TTC support. But the panic attacks and stuff just floor me. But recently, I was put on medication. I was put on Wellbutrin. I take, let's see, it is 100 milligrams, and I take it twice a day. I take it in the morning between 8 and 9, and once at around noon. And, excuse me, I do alright with it. It's helped a lot to deal with the depression, the moods, the panic attacks, the anxiety, and my anxiety levels have dropped immensely. My fiance noticed it too. He had some issues with my motivation and my anxiety all the time, and since I've been on the medication, it's been a different story, really. It's helped a ton. And see, I've gone through medications before, and I've had issues with them. They didn't work, they didn't do this, or they didn't do that, and it caused problems. But this Wellbutrin has changed my life for the better. And I know I shouldn't base it on medication, because I know a lot of people are more into the natural stuff, which I am. I'm very big into natural stuff. But for me, the natural stuff was not working for my depression. So I had to go back to a prescription medication. And that's when we decided the Wellbutrin. And I can take it while TTC. Just had my psychiatrist confirm that. She said, you know, they can all affect you, but it's a matter of, do you want to face the chance with it or without it, you know, depending on the way your mood swings are. And I told her flat out, because of the way I have been prior, I don't want to be like that through pregnancy, because you already have pregnancy mood swings and stuff, and I don't need all the stress from my depression on top of pregnancy depression. So, you know, I decided that we'd go with something that works. And so I go with that, the Wellbutrin. And then overall, dealing with depression from both the childhood PTSD and the BPD, I like to read and write. I'm big on writing. My hands, I think I have arthritis in them. They get really painful a lot. So I don't write as much anymore. And that's sad, because I'm only going to be 25 soon. But I have so much pain in my hands that sometimes it just hurts. My hands ache when I do stuff. And so I do a lot of reading. I've actually started doing ebooks on my phone, and actually have started doing some audiobooks on my phone. And it's helped a lot. But I like to read and I like to write, because I can get away for a minute from what's troubling me. And so that's how, oh, excuse me. Sorry. That's how I deal. Sorry, I didn't sleep very well last night. My body was hurting a lot. That's how I deal with my depression. So, yeah. That's my depression in a nutshell. It's very extensive and very traumatic. It's something that I didn't ever think I'd put on YouTube, but I think my experiences could help someone else. And that's why I broke down and was like, you know what, I'm going to put it on there anyways. I'm going to see how it goes. So here it is. Of course, my second part of the video, like I said, will probably not be public stuff. Just because I kind of have a little thing right now that after recording it that I'm like, do I really want anybody to see it? So that one's going to be the hardest to put out there. But that's it.